Y'all, go get a pen and a notebook because that's what I had to do because the messages are messaging, okay? Go get a pen and a paper. Like, I want you to write down these tools. So I was asking about what the winter solstice is bringing in for the collective. And to be honest, I didn't expect the message to feel so deep, or I guess I wasn't expecting to feel so moved by the message. And I don't want to say moved like I'm Martin Luther King about to, I don't know how to explain what I'm saying. Anyway, I think I'm excited about the message because I see how God is giving us the tools to align us spiritually for what's coming next year. And when I say next year, I do mean 2026 in the sense of this is who we have to be in the first quarter of 2026, right? But then I'm also talking about spring, our real new year, when things become new, like when we have real new energy, new leaves, new oxygen, right? I feel like that is the divine timing that we're aligning with. And it's like, hold on, I have it written down because it was so much. I have a lot of cards on the table and I feel like trying to just look at them and talk, it wasn't, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't gonna be as effective as if I had it written down. But I was saying you're moving into a more aligned season if you can master your new spiritual state of being and merge with your soul. So even like the energy crowning you this year is the Two of Wands. In tarot world, it's the Two of Wands. So there's this level of duality that you're still existing in, right? Like, you are spiritually awakening. You are spiritually awakened. Everybody is at their own level. But it's still a level of you not fully operating in your own autonomy, your own independence. I don't want to say authenticity because I don't want to say that you're not being real. I think that you're not aligned yet. You get what I'm saying? Because all of these cards reflect commitment to self-work. That's what they do reflect. Every single card here, represents commitment to some kind of self-work. So it's as if you're doing the work, but you still haven't fully just put your foot down in that one direction and kept going. It's like sometimes you still deal with doubt. Sometimes you still deal with not believing in your ability to actually be. It's really you against you. I am getting a strong energy of a collective of people who it's them against them. It's really you in the mirror, like shadow boxing type shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, really trying to grow, really trying to learn, really looking at the way that you responded to situations in the past and being like, bro, I'm never gonna do that again. Like, I'm never gonna be that type of person again. Like, you judging yourself because that's your job. You get what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, like, I'm taking full accountability for me. And it's not coming from a space of, I'm taking full accountability for me. It's coming from a space of like, I want to grow and I want to be happy. Like, I realized that the things that were doing, how I was responding, the person that I was being wasn't leading me to happiness. I wasn't being happy at the end of me behaving this way, acting this way, responding this way. Like, so I feel like, again, whoever I'm talking to, y'all are like 100% committed to this change, Scorpio energy, and to having this new beginning. So I think what I was feeling when I pulled these cards, it was like God answering the true question. Like, if you want a new beginning, here you go. This is how you do it. And I'm telling you. And that's so crazy, y'all. As I'm speaking, I'm talking about how, like, you could be judging yourself. And one of the cards you did get was regrets. And this card specifically is about that duality. It's about sometimes you are moving forward, you're in the state of moving forward, and then you remember the mistake that you made, or you remember why you're at this level and not the next level, right? Even though you've seen progression, even though you're moving forward, it's still like, I could be so much farther if I didn't do this, or da 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 da. And it's like you keep yourself kind of stuck in that, in limbo with the energy of remembering. And I don't even want to say remembering, but the feeling. It's so interesting that I was watching this guy on YouTube, not on YouTube, on Instagram. Holistic Remedies is the account. He was talking about reptilians and saying how the reason why they run the world, like he's saying that the stars and celebrities, y'all tune me out if this gets too what's the word that I'm looking for? Conspiracy theorist for you, but your girl's a big conspiracy theorist. Okay, I love listening to the conspiracy. I love it because I feel like I just want to know everything. I want to know what everyone's thinking so that I can form my own opinion. Like, I'll take information and like, damn, that actually, I've heard that on like several different accounts, maybe from different perspectives, but the story's not kind of like religion, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, anyway, I said all of that to say, he was saying that basically the devil, like it's devil energy, right? The low vibrational energy of the universe. They feed off of depression and sadness and blah, 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 blah. And that's energy. And I feel like it's major, right? Energy. We talk about energy. We're here. Everybody's energy and everybody is energy. Everybody is energetic and everybody is manifesting until it's time to actually be responsible about it. Before it's time to actually be intentional about it. Like, and it's hard because energy is not something that we can touch, grab, or anything like that, right? So it's like, how do I know something is actually affecting me if the only evidence is my energy, is a change in my energy and how I respond and how I react and blah, 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 blah. But it's like you have to have that level of awareness of yourself to even be able to say, you know, ever since I stopped picking up my phone in the morning and scrolling for 3 hours before getting out of bed, I've been able to laugh more, spend more time with my family, get more shit done before 12 p.m., right? Like, you have to consciously, intentionally work with your own energy. And so I said all of that to say that in this winter solstice, we are cleaning up our energy. We're cleaning up and we're being intentional, right? If we're talking about being spiritual people, then we have to believe in energy, in the things that we don't see, because that is like, what is a Libra? What is a Scorpio? You don't see that shit. You just say, oh, you're a Scorpio, this is how you act, right? And then you believe that that's how that person is going to act. And then what do? They act just the fuck like that. So it's almost like you have to now transfer this faith in astrology, God, and da 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 da, these things that you don't see but you do believe in, into like yourself, your dreams, and how you move and how you operate. Okay, so if I'm the person, if I run the energy, right? If I'm aware of my energy and I'm intentional about my energy, I can manifest anything because I'm intentional. I know where I'm going. I know what I'm doing. And so in this winter solstice, you're being asked to get a pen and paper. You have self-love exercises that you have to put into play. It's like there are things that you need to build into your life. And I always talk about routines and systems, and I feel like it's time for you to start building your spiritual systems. You're being called to be your own guide in this winter solstice. You're being called to get alone, to disconnect, to withdraw. You're being called to enjoy the silence, to eliminate evil. This is not a joke. To do not enter, to be cautious, to move with caution. You're being called to do all of these things, reflections. Because you're being called to be your own guide. And if that means that sometimes if you have to stop listening to tarot for 3 or 4 months, then you stop listening to tarot. It's time to close out the outside perspectives. It's time for you to get so locked in with your own intuition, with your own desire, with your own connection with God, with your own connection with your higher self and yourself that you don't need other opinions. What you need is to get with yourself to figure out your next move. So when the next season of death and rebirth comes, this is not going to be what you need to do. You're going to be on another level of spiritual awakening, right? You're going to be in another space of cleaning up your energy. Like, you're going to already had eliminated the evil. You're going to be in a space of, okay, now my business is thriving. My relationship is thriving. I'm in my new house. I have my foundation, right? How do I uphold and upkeep those things? So right now you're in this space of the spiritual maintenance, building up this spirit man, this spiritual body, and making it very, very, very strong. So that when you do listen to tarot in 4 months from now, you could do exactly what I was just saying. It's like you can get information from all of these different places without, first of all, feeling strongly. What I find a lot of times with unevolved minds is that they can't accept other information or process other information without immediately forming an opinion. Like, how do you have an opinion about something you don't know nothing about? Like, don't be that person. You know what I mean? It's very easy to be like, there's no such thing as reptilians, and then not even listen to the video. Like, and it's like, what do you lose from entertaining other people's perspectives, other people's ideas? I don't have to agree with that man at all. I don't hate him because I don't agree with him. I don't hate his perspective because I don't agree with it. You know, like I think it's interesting that people have their own fucking minds and they can think and they can communicate it. Simple as that. Like, and it's like, this is where you need to get into this neutral space where you can hear, right? Because, right, if we're doing the spiritual work and we're on this path, a lot of you are leaders. How are you going to be a leader if you're always judging an idea, judging things before it can even develop? And how are you going to be a leader if you can't integrate ideas? If you can't learn to see a thread that connects things, opposed to immediately saying this is nonsensical? And like, I feel like y'all get what I'm saying. And obviously I'm not pushing for people to go listen to this man's videos. That's not the point of what I'm saying. I'm just using it as an example because I spoke about it already and it was perfect. But the point is for you to become this neutral, balanced source of energy. You even have this rainbow floor right here where you're literally being asked to meditate, like meditation. And so, okay, I just keep talking. I told you to get your book. So these are your self-love exercises. This is what you're doing right now to prepare you for the next 3 to 4 months and to get you in this routine of this self-love, building your spirit man, growing, becoming neutral, clearing out your energy. Bruh, this oracle card says, enjoy clear hearing. And I wasn't even looking, I was not paying attention to it, but what the fuck was I just talking about? Being able to hear people. It's also, I was getting a big energy of like unsticking yourself from stubbornness. That's what this card is about. It's like, what have you been avoiding? What have you been too stubborn? This is exactly what I was just saying. What have you been too stubborn to accept into your mind, into your mental capacity, into your mental space? It's time to Allow new perspectives. Okay, so pen, paper. Self-love exercises. Boom, meditation. Start with 3 minutes every morning. So let's go back to the waking up and not grabbing your phone, not scrolling. I don't know how you wake up, right? I'm not projecting, but intentionally, right? What you need to be intentional about is meditating. Waking up, giving yourself 3 minutes of meditating. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Set the timer on your phone, or if you have like Alexa, that's what I do. I'd be like, Alexa, set a 10-minute timer. And then she'll do it. And then, every day. And I would encourage you to do it 3 minutes in the morning and 3 minutes in the evening. Like, if we're talking about the elimination of evil, if we're talking about becoming a neutral source of energy, if we're talking about leading, guiding, then after your day is done, you need some kind of routine and ritual to clean yourself off of everything that you've experienced, all of the energy that you've accumulated, from other people throughout the day. But start with 3 minutes in the morning, guys. Start with 3 minutes in the morning. Now, this is something that I want you to do like today. Like, you know what I mean? Write down 20 things that you love about yourself. This is a self-love practice. You can write it down on 20 different Post-its. You can write it down on one sheet of paper. I want you to like kind of put it up somewhere. Put it on the wall, put it on the mirror, and always read it. Period. I love me. Period. I love my smile. I love how clean and tidy I am. I love how funny I am. I love my sense of humor. Like, and you need to dwell in that energy of all of these beautiful things about yourself. You're beautiful. Like, bask in your own beauty. We spend so much time basking in other people's beauty and reposting other people's pictures in our stories for what? I don't know. And you know what I mean? Just like glamorizing others, and you're being asked to glamorize yourself. And I'm not obviously saying, y'all get exactly what the hell I'm saying. Glamorize yourself. Bask in your own beauty. Bask in the good things about yourself and remind yourself of those things always, constantly. But I feel like it's important that you write it down and you see it and you connect with each of those things. And again, like I said, on a Post-it note would be beautiful. Post-it notes on your wall would be beautiful. It depends on what level you're at. If not, then this is something that maybe you just keep it bookmarked in your journal and you read it every morning after you meditate for 3 minutes, right? I love that for you. The color pink. Even if you're a guy, get something pink. Pink. Pink came out in Pisces reading yesterday. You might be a Pisces. Pisces can be significant. We all need to be Pisces. I don't know. Pink. The color pink. Pink, red, deep red, rose, wine. You need this soft energy. Even if you use a pink pen to write these things down, or you use a pink pen to write anything down, it's just incorporating something pink, something soft, something pretty. I feel like, you know what I'm seeing from my guys? I am like, especially if you live alone or whatever, pink flowers. And that was in the Pisces reading yesterday, but like, get some flowers for your house and just have some pink flowers. It's like the most delicate thing. Like, I don't know, like I feel like you could do for yourself. Like, like just put some pink flowers to soften up your energy. The energy that you're being called to be in is one of soft self-sufficiency. So it's giving soft life, but it's also giving self-work, like working, doing the work to genuinely feel that way. Like, not from the outside, but from the inside. Not because a man is buying you expensive things, but because you genuinely wake up and feel like, oh my gosh, I love myself. Like, I had to do anything for myself. I do anything to make myself happy. And the reflection of that is the work. Is the fact that you took the time to even put up your post-its and affirm yourself. Like, it's as simple as affirming yourself. It's as simple as meditating 3 minutes in the morning. That's the proof. The proof is the work. And it's like, once you start to do it, you start. So again, you see how I started the reading talking about energy working and like believing that these systems do change and shift the energy. They do make a difference in who you are and how you show up in the world. But you have to do it first. You have to put the routine into practice. It's okay to practice on yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to dedicate 3 months of 3 minutes of meditation. Like, what do you lose? The same thing. What do you lose with accepting other people's perspectives and allowing yourself to hear and converse and be open to like new ideas? What do you lose from that? The only time you lose is when you're not growing, because when you're not growing, you're dead. And for a long time, a lot of us have been walking around dead because we've been in this stubborn energy, not honoring what is ending, not allowing things to go. You see, he's a skeleton. It's dead. It's dead. And we've been walking around in this dead energy. And there's a lot of people who still are walking around in dead energy. There's people who literally cannot. They can't enjoy themselves. Time with themselves. Silence. You know how many people cannot enjoy silence? Don't be that person. And these are the people who live completely in that other world. Two of Wands, regrets. These are the people who live in that world. They operate from the space of fear. Always reminding themselves of what they aren't capable of because of how they failed and blah, 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 blah. Don't be that person. And for some of you, don't be that person anymore. Don't be that person to yourself. That's what I'm saying. The negative self-talk has to stop. It has to stop. There's nothing there. That's dead. Especially if you've committed yourself to moving forward. Especially if you've done all of this fucking work. Especially if you've gotten this far to even be able to have this conversation. Hello? You have to talk to yourself so much nicer in this winter solstice. You have to be so nice to yourself. I'm getting at you for how you've been treating yourself. You have to be so much nicer to yourself. That's how you get in alignment for the new things. Hello, come on, align with that energy. How do you expect to feel like new and fresh if you're not feeling new and fresh? How? It has to transform from the inside, baby. You have to eliminate that evil from within. And naturally, the exterior, like naturally it'll fall away. Naturally. You're being called to write down the people that you love. And basking your gratitude for them as well. Each person that you love, like, you need a portfolio. Like their picture, their title, their name, their title, who they are to you, and then a paragraph of all of the beautiful things about them and why you love them too. You need to bask in the energy of love. You're being a call. I didn't even get to this romance. There is romance all up in your energy. And you have to do the work. You have to love yourself first. You have to love yourself first because this one is going to be good. And you don't want to ruin it going back and forth in your head about who you are and who you ain't. It's time for you to know who you are because you've done the work. It's like, in 4 months, you can't tell me I'm not grounded. I've been meditating every day. You can't tell me I don't love myself. I've been affirming myself every day. You can't tell me I'm not healthy. I've been drinking my sea moss. I've been taking my black seed oil, my oil of oregano. I've been working out. I've been drinking coconut water. Drinking my teas. You can't tell me I'm not that person. I've been doing this shit for 4 months. That's exactly who I am. I smell like tea. You get what I'm saying? It's time for you to do this deep energetic work to completely thrust yourself into this new, where you are the guide, you are the leader, you entertain all ideas, because nobody's like, how are you gonna change my perspective of me? How are you gonna change my perspective of anything when I'm so grounded in my truth and my reality? I don't care if what you say is something that I don't agree with. I can still entertain it and move forward. There's something here about growing the fuck up and not entertaining people and their dumb shit. Like, I'm not going back and forth with you. Guys, this Two of Wands back and forth. It's like it's time for you to be done with the back and forth. Playing small to accommodate small people around you, people who are stealing you of your time, your energy. It's time to just completely, and that's right next to elimination of evil. I know what's ending, and then what I want wants me. This is literally how it goes. In that order. You're attracting what is in alignment with you by eliminating what is no longer in alignment with you, guys. Okay, so I said that. Write down people you love, basking your gratitude for them, spending time alone, being your own guide, and closing out the noise. We already talked about that. The next step in your journey is saying, fuck the opinions of others. Especially people who haven't done what you're doing. Yo, this famous girl, she just, what did she say? We don't take constructive, I don't want to say this famous girl, but she's popular on Instagram as well. I see her stuff. And she's like, we don't take constructive criticism from people who have never constructed anything. That's crazy. That's what we're not doing. And 100%, it's like, if people haven't done what you've done, people haven't done fucking anything, those are the only people who have something to say. And that's how I started this reading, talking about the difference between us and them. You get what I'm saying? Like, people who are evolved spiritually don't give a fuck. You can say whatever you want. You can say whatever you want. I'm not judging. I'm not shutting you down. Yes, I'm judging. I'm making observations, but I don't have to give my energy to things that aren't in alignment with my own beliefs. My own, like, okay, I don't agree. It literally is now nothing. It doesn't exist in my world. And that's the difference. It's like the people who need to be doing this work are the ones who always have something to say about people doing the work or how the work is being done, but they have no clue outside of their own very limited perspective, because they don't grow, because they're always judging and stopping things. Like, don't be that person. That's what I'm saying. It's like, fuck the opinions of others. The only person you need to be listening to is yourself. Okay, so my last bullet point is survival mode versus God's got me, which is basically what I've been talking about. But I was thinking about that because I have a client, and, you know, we're talking about, like, when she first got in the relationship with the guy who's now her child's father, she said she was like trying to escape her family. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was just trying to get away from my family. So I was like, yeah, I'm in love. I'm moving in, da 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 da. Like, it just was like time to be an adult because I needed to get away. And obviously when we're young, we make mistakes. We do things that are silly because we don't know any better. But I was getting this message of like, and not even I was getting this message we were in the middle of a session and she had this epiphany about this new guy that okay, he's not new, but a new love and like a new relationship. And she's like, Shapri, he sounds like my baby daddy. And this feels like I'd be doing the same thing if I just got with him and like moved in. And like, she was like, I feel like I'd be just trying to escape a bad situation. And in that moment, I was so proud of her. I kind of have chills right now. I was so proud of her because it's like, this is called growing up. Like, she literally is acknowledging that she made this mistake, right? Like, I have these regrets. And I do get upset with myself because I didn't make decisions for myself or from a place of genuinely choosing like something for my good, right? Like, I just chose something in the moment, survival mode. I didn't even know that God would have me at that time. Like, if I just chose to choose myself. I didn't think of that there was another path where God would assist me on getting away from situations that, come on, steal me of my time and energy, are evil. I wouldn't have went the wrong way if I knew what I know now, right? Hindsight's 2020, but we're all growing up and this is our second chance. And I feel like that's why this is so important. It's like you literally get to walk into a clean slate. If you can do the self-work, if you can believe in God, if you can have this faith, if you can get yourself out of the survival mode, right? Of the double-minded mentality of like, sometimes I believe and then other times I'm out here doing shit out of fear. I'm out here engaging in things that I know don't serve me in the long run, but maybe provide a momentary fix. And so I said that story to say, like, we have to break our cycles. We have to break our own cycles. Nobody's going to come and break it for you. You consciously have to make your decision to not do what you did. And that's how you grow. Like, she, you know what I mean? Like, she could be like, no, but why would it work out? Or why would I choose to not choose my safety of having a man come in and rescue me, right? Like, she could easily like choose that for herself, but she did that already. And now she's saying like, yeah, no, that's not really what happens. They don't really save you for real. Like, you get what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all, it's time for you to get in alignment with your soul purpose, manifest, attract what's in alignment with you. But first you have to do the work to clear out your energy. First you got to do the work to not be dual-minded and to be very firm and stand in your purpose and stand in your identity. Know who you are, know where you're going, know what your vision is, right? Like, know what your plan is. Know who you are because you've been that person on your own. Like, this is genuinely like going into like a cocoon, literally doing all of the work to become this butterfly. Literally. It's like sitting in your own energy and making it pretty. Like, oh, I love this about myself. Cool. Like, now I can spruce it up. And that's the thing about dwelling in your own gifts and talents, is that once you realize what about you is a big deal, you can make it a bigger deal. Like, you know what I mean? It's like putting makeup on. Like, I'm now gonna add fucking glitter to my eyelids and be the prettiest fairy ever. You get what I'm saying? It's like like you get to spruce it up. You get to make it pretty. So survival mode versus God's got me. In this season, God's got you. In this winter, when everything is ending, when it's cold, when you're recalibrating, when you're awakening, God's got you. And God is like literally on your side, like helping you to see your own light. Like genuinely and truly. Like God is ready to shine through you. And I feel like all you have to do is clean up the negative energy, the things around you that no longer align. And you know, it's like I said, naturally when you do this type of work, you lose the taste for certain things. Like I was saying before, it's just like certain things, like when you start to do the work on yourself, you'll be like, yeah, I'm never gonna respond that way ever again. Like, I'm never going to do that ever again. I'm never going to be that person ever again. So it's like, naturally, when you decide for yourself, the evil eliminates itself. Like, people can't steal your property, your time, your energy. Because it's already spoken for. Because you're meditating. You're looking at yourself in the mirror, telling yourself that you love the way your dimples accentuate your high cheekbones, or whatever it is you're saying, babe. You know what I'm saying? That's what this is. So let me just do, I was gonna go into tarot, but I'm not. Let me do, I have so many decks. Like, do they have like a deck organizer? I need like, Which Hip Hop Queen has a closing message? A closing message for the collective. Which Hip Hop Queen has a closing message for the collective? Give me a closing message. Give me a closing message. Let's tie it all together for my cutie pie gangster faces. What's the message of the winter solstice for the collective? Let me see. Thank you. Kayla, y'all, guess what it says? Superstition. What did I say? It's time for you to believe in the energy. It's time for you to believe in things that are unseen. It's time for you to listen to yourself and nobody else. Let's see. Caution, angst, reluctance, fear. Sometimes you don't know how hot the stove is until you touch it. But you don't have to spend your life showing off a bunch of burn marks. The Kehlani card is a sign. Do not pass go. Whether in love, friendship, career, whatever your gut instincts signal you, is for a reason. Resist the extreme. Be so awfully cautious that you're paralyzed, unable to make a move. What did I say? It's time for you to be neutral. Be thoughtful in your actions, intentional. And if something doesn't feel right, then it probably isn't. I'm going to leave it right here, guys. I love the way that was tied together. A lot of you are coming into a space of listening to yourself and removing yourself from crazy shit. It's time to get neutral so you can see the truth. All right. I love you. Bye.